With just a little faith, if you put your mind to it, you can surely do it.
The Bolgheri-Cyprus Road is arrow straight and lined with 2,540 cypress trees. It leads Amy and Francesca to a star-studded vineyard. The area is known for its special classification of Super Tuscan wines. The Bolgheri castle has been held by the Counts of Gherardesca since 1200. Dante Alighieri includes one of the counts in his early 14th century Divine Comedy, one of the greatest works of Italian literature. The stunning views and microclimate of the nearby Mediterranean support flora, fauna, and nature seekers alike. The village is known for its charm, cozy nooks, and unique shops of olive oil and wines. Movie star Eva Green has her own label by the vineyard of her brother-in-law Niccolo Marzicchi Lenzi, who married her sister, Joy Green.
So Nicola, please tell us where we are, in which terroir and place, and what about Biserno?
We are in, as exactly as you said, we are in Tenuta di Biserno, which is located in Upper Maremma, in the northern part of the Tuscan coast. This is an estate that is being created by my family, and is a boutique winery. It's just 40 hectares planted with international varieties, from which we produce just a couple of wines.
Okay, and what about the things that make Tenuta di Biserno so renewed and so special?
I think possibly the personality of the wines is made the wines of Biserno quite well known in the world, despite the small volumes produced. And this is due to the terroir, as you said before. This is a microclimate and the exposure and the place where the wines are made. Okay. Exactly like you see here, we are in the harvest time.
Yeah.
This is a Cabernet old vine with new batches that will be picked to make our special wines.
Okay, but do you think we can try to pick up the grape to harvest?
Of course, this is the right time to do it.
Okay,
let's do it.
This is one of the most beautiful wineries I've ever been to. Thank you so much for having me here. How are the grapes picked?
So, something that is very important in the picking of the grapes is to select the good bunches.
Okay.
So you basically pick up the grape with your hand, and you take the scissors and you cut it right here. And then you just put it in the bucket. And next around, this one here. What is very important is to leave the ones that may be spoiled or the ones that are not ripe. So in some cases, the vine produces other grapes that are not ripe, like this one here, which as you can see is still green.
I see, okay.
So if we go along, for instance, this is not totally ripe. So what you do is you cut it, like we did for the previous one, and then again you cut this little one. No worries. Perfect.
Thank you.
And you see whatever brings in here, same thing. And you make what we call a selection in the vineyard.
Wow, I love it. Those are beautiful.
And you can go on and on and on and on. You have 6,000 plants in this hectare, so you can have plenty of fun. Here we go.
This is actually really fun.
This one, for instance, is okay. We can pick one, and so on.
So will I enjoy the wine more since I have to work for it? or-
Absolutely. I think I showed you how to do it.
Well, I have another question. What is your favorite thing you like to do on the winery?
Oh, tasting the wine.
Perfect answer. I love it. Which one is your favorite? Or do you have one?
I don't have a favorite. It depends on my mood, it depends on the day. I think that the beauty of wine and having the variety of wines is depending on exactly what you're feeling like. And it can be an older wine, it can be a younger wine, it can be, for instance, we have two wines that we produce at the estate that I personally like very much. Pinot di Biserno and Biserno, and I consider them as two brothers because they're very different to one another, but they have a very strong personality as well. And I like the vivacity of one, and I like the seriousness of the other one. I like the complexity of the other one, and the extravagance of the first one. So that's the beauty of wine.
I love it. And I will tell you that I did have your wine in Texas, and I have been counting the days till I came here because it was absolutely delicious. The best wine I've ever had. I'm not just saying that. What would you say is something for someone who's a beginner with wine? What would be a good bottle if they were to come here to have?
At our estate, I would probably introduce them with Insolio del Cinghiale, which is our introductory wine. And the reason to it is that it's for a broader audience. It's a very understandable wine. It's meant to be pleasing. It's what I call, and what I think the right word in the US is it's a no-brainer. It's one of those wines that you go home and you open and you're fully satisfied despite of what you're having for dinner or what sort of mood you are. Moving forward, you definitely want to go into more complex and trying to understand a little bit different layers of the wine and everything behind it. So, and Pinot di Biserno and then Biserno, of course. Let's pick some grapes.
If you want to drink the wine, you have to harvest.
You have to harvest. Well, it's actually very fun. I'm enjoying it. Oh, and I'm learning.
I think we're going to hire you. You're doing a great job.
Both of us?
Both of you.
Or do you need a wine taster? Because I'm open.
We need both. You need both.
Do you have any funny stories?
Well, we have plenty of funny stories. Last but not least, I was at the airport not so long ago, and I was wearing my Biserno jacket. It was before the summer, and I was just in the bus going to the airplane, and a gentleman came all across the bus to tell me that Biserno was his favorite wine, and he was gonna celebrate his 60th birthday with his best friends drinking Biserno. And I think this is was one of the most gratifying moments in my career, because there are not many products that can trigger emotions, and obviously that wine for that gentleman and that special occasion when he drank it the first time, it triggered emotions. And I think that was extremely gratifying. So, like all jobs, you have ups and downs. You have all the sides that you like to do and the ones that you enjoy least. But those are the moments where you really think you're doing something pleasant for whoever drinks it.
That's what I love about Italians. You're very down to earth, you're very grounded, but you enjoy doing things for people.
It's part of our life. You know, this is our culture. This is our way of living. We live by the vineyard. We live by the nature. We enjoy every moment. This is actually a quite unique place, to be honest with you. I was very fortunate to live in many places in the world, and I decided to come back to my roots because I wanted to grow my kids in this sort of atmosphere. And we go by the seasons. You know, you have the summer, you have obviously summer with sometimes a very strong heat. Then you've got the fall, which is beautiful. You have different colors and smells. We're fortunate of having the sea, the beach, the hills with the forest or the bushes, and then you've got spring, which is also an amazing time of the year. We don't really have a winter, which is also a very pleasant point.
Yes, agree, and the sea is right there.
No, it's quite a unique place. This you have to know, this area in general has always been extremely generous in many ways. It was capable of giving a living for different generations. For my family, has been always a source, and wine has not always been a source of revenue in this area. But it's always been a very generous for agriculture. Historically, in some areas a bit further down, it was well known to be the best place for strawberries. And I'm talking about maybe 100 years or 80 years ago. It's just a very, very generous area, and we're very, very lucky, and we love it, and we need to preserve it.
So, Nicola, in Texas, we tasted in Soglio, the Cinghiale, and the Pinot di Biserno.
Yes.
Now I would like to make taste for Amy about your diamond.
You need to taste Biserno, and we have several vintages waiting for you. It's very important. We have to finish with the best.
Sounds amazing. I'm ready.
Very good. Let's go.
The Ludovico Biserno label is the top level of their production. Niccolò let Amy and Francesca taste the bottles from 2013 up through 2020. Biserno is the flagship wine and is the most expensive produced in the vineyard. Amy and Francesca leave the Biserno winery behind and head to Baia del Roggiolo restaurant, located on the sea between two castles in Quercianella Sonnino, next to the town of Livorno. and her mum Josephine wait for a special version of the Negroni cocktail, created by the legendary mixologist Luca Pichi. Meanwhile, the sun is going down on the Sannino Castle and its coast. Amy asked some questions to Beatrice Farnetti, the owner of this paradise that she created.
Patricia, this place is so beautiful, it's magical, but I know that you had to create your own vision for it. It was not like this when you first got it. Where did you find the inspiration for this beautiful, beautiful restaurant?
It was a dream of me and my great love Paolo to have a place as this with the sea, the nature. We have many trips in our life, so in every place I look and so the experience to have a trip in the world.
I love that. I feel like I am actually on vacation here. There's no place quite like this. But going back to you, I know that you are a pharmacist, a dancer, and you run this restaurant. Do you find the strength from your Italian roots, or where does that come from? Your love of just everything that you do so well.
I am a people that like to change in the life.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I am a pharmacist. I love too much my job, but my dream was to have a place as this, with the beach, with the lounge bar, with the restaurant. I like to stay with the people, to know new people.
Yes.
And my dream was to create a place where people that come here thinks to be in vacanza.
Hands-on and happy.
Okay, when come here and eat spaghetti alle vongole, spaghetti allo scoglio, they stay in a place that think is beautiful as to come in a trip, in a
As they
in a
live in
holiday.
Yes. Yes, and in a holiday, absolutely. You speak English so well,
No.
by the way. No,
A
you
little
do.
bit.
Americans love your accent. It's perfect. You are amazing. So I guess that is my next question. When people come here, what is the number one thing that you want them to leave with, to remember this place by? When they visit here, what do you hope they take with them in their heart, in their experience?
When people come here, they love the kitchen, what they eat. They like too much.
Yes.
The place, because it's beautiful to have a dinner, to have a lunch in front of the sea with this Mediterranean natura, nature, okay,
absolutely.
this context. And also our boys that work here
Yes.
are always smile, always kindly, so people like too much to come here. People understand that there is many love from us for this place.
Oh,
Okay.
you're making me a little emotional. Sorry, let me come back for a minute. I love that. Okay, so you are an amazing woman. You have 2 beautiful children that you raised. You created this place with your love, Paulo, and you really are a visionary. So my last question for you would be, what is your life motto?
Is vivere la vita. Live your life. I am a woman that like to do always many things, scoprire new things, new. I like the life. I want to live the life with my children, with my son Giacomo, my daughter Carlotta, and my love Paolo. And I like this place too much because we created together, also with this place. So for me it's fantastic to stay here all together. My children come here to help us. My son do the lifeguard. Yes, and sometimes help us in the restaurant. Also my daughter.
You love what you do.
Yes,
love what you do.
yes. It's important to vivere la vita.
I absolutely love this. This is one of the most amazing views I've ever had, and it is my honor to be here with you. So thank you so much.
Thank you too. Thank you. Paolo, I have seen your wine list and I think you are a great champagne lover, isn't it?
Yeah, because my passion is for the champagne because I think that the champagne is not created the problem for me, but I respect the opinion of every people. I know that in Italy and in French there are the great maison for the wine, and for my restaurant I prefer propose the champagne. So because for me it's more light respect to the wine.
Okay, to the other wine.
To the other wine.
The town of Livorno was invented and built by the Medici family. It is the last part of this short Tuscany trip that Amy, her mum and Francesca have done in 6 days. the beauty of Livorno's unique Mascagni terrace facing the sea. And the Venice Quarter, with its romantic canals built by the Venetian people. All this would be worth more time when visiting. They just have the time to do a quick walk in the town centre. Amy and Josephine take a quick selfie at the statue of the painter Amedeo Modigliani, who was born and lived here before he went to Paris.
Mattia, this is a very particular format, a restaurant inside a fashion store. So tell us why there is this idea, and which kind of menu do you create for this special place?
L'idea nasce dalla famiglia Cucquini, che ha voluto accostare il cibo alla moda. E cerchiamo di fare piatti che siano all'altezza e che siano golosi.
La Cucquini family, the owner of this restaurant, loves so much food and open this restaurant. We make good food, seasonal food, very tasty.
The ambience here is so romantic, and you definitely also create that in your dishes. What would you recommend if someone was to come here on their first date for the romance and his passionate skills that he puts on the table?
Di sicuro fare un nostro menù degustazione che ripercorre un po' tutto quello che sappiamo fare. Uno su tutti, lo scampo alla pizzaiola.
Okay. For a first date, romantic date, we suggest a degustation menu. And first, the plate you have it now, the scampi pizzaiola style.
Amy takes a last photo with sommelier Ilaria at the Garden G restaurant. Traverse the Atlantic Ocean in search of legendary gourmet food and wines, Amy wistfully catches her airplane, flying from the Alps to home with a full heart. She's immersed herself in the best of Tuscan culture, has made amazing new friends, and looks forward to the next adventure.